How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Owning 30 Solana is a big deal. I want to explain why that is. There are a few different reasons for that. Talk about how high Solana could go and why 30 Solana could be life changing for you one day. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this one. Now, we're basing these numbers off math. We're basing what we're talking about today off math. So this isn't going to be right for everyone. For some people, 30 Solana is nothing. For some people, they'll never get to 30 Solana. But 30 Solana does seem like a pretty key psychological level for me during this bull run for a lot of people. So if you want to see future videos like this, hit subscribe and let me know if you like these kinds of videos down below in the comment section. While you're down there, there is a link to Margex where you can long or short Solana. So you can trade on leverage. And you can sign up there with no KYC, which means you don't have to put in any information about yourself, just an email and password, and check their terms and conditions. You can deposit crypto within 30 seconds, and then you can start trading. So definitely check this out underneath the video. I think this is one of the best exchanges out there for what they do, and they have great customer service. So if you have any questions, you can go to one of these other tabs here, and there's a little box in the lower right-hand corner where you can actually talk to real people, which is awesome because most exchanges don't have that. They're too big to actually respond to you if you have any questions or issues. So definitely check this out underneath the video. And if you want to buy spot Solana, you can do it over at CoinW. Now, Solana has been a monster. It's gone from $8 up to $150, obviously. And I thought this was a good time to really talk about like goals for yourself and why 30 Solana is a good goal for a lot of people. Now, let's just start with where the market's at right now. Don't kid yourself. Yes, the market is bullish. It's very bullish. Some people think that it's way too bullish. You can see like Bitcoin up 50% in the last 30 days. And while we definitely can see a dip, there's no question we're going to see big dips in the future. We're still not at all-time highs. It's not like we're going through price discovery and we're 3 months after the halving, 6 months after the halving, and everyone's thinking, okay, this could be the last dip. I'm going to sell like crazy. No, everyone's still bullish right now. Everyone's still greedy a bit, right? Everyone wants to hold on. There's some people taking profits, obviously, but everyone wants to hold on for this mega ride where Bitcoin goes up 3x, 4x, 5x. Countries are buying Bitcoin. Companies are announcing that they're buying Bitcoin. The ETFs have bought for 342 days in a row, and they've been buying at least 100 million a day, that kind of stuff. So we're still going to Valhalla, most likely on Bitcoin. The supply constraint's going to happen, and that will bring up some altcoins too. There will be people that just sit in Bitcoin that have the ETFs, and they never do that same money flow that we've seen in previous cycles where they take profit on Bitcoin and go to alts. But there are going to be a lot of people that hold the native Bitcoin that then move into alts. And most likely we're going to see a mega rally. So we're still not even close to that on a lot of altcoins. Like we're seeing some excitement this week from altcoins. Ethereum is 80% to the all-time high, but Solana is still 50% off. A lot of other altcoins are off 60, 80%, like some of the biggest altcoins, and they're just starting to see a little bit of explosiveness. So we are not like in this blow off top scenario for Solana yet. Of course, it has gone up a lot from the bottom. People are up 20x on it. But we still have a lot further to go, most likely. And right now, this is still a lot less risky than buying in at new all-time highs. Like even if Solana is at 300, that's much more risky, obviously, than 150. There are going to be people that say, no, as soon as we hit an all-time high, I'm taking profits. I'm going to take 30% off the table. But we're not there yet, right? We're still in this time where people love Solana. It's got a lot of utility. It's fast. It's cheap. A lot of people use it. There's a lot of development on it. There are a lot of partnerships. The foundation, as I've heard, is pretty easy to work with. So a lot of people just love Solana. But it's still relatively small compared to something like Ethereum. Like it's 1/7 the size. So there's still a lot of price appreciation that can happen here. Now, if you have 30 Solana, let's get to that first. If you have 30 Solana, you do have a significant amount of knowledge about crypto, right? You're coming in, maybe you could go and just randomly buy it on Coinbase. But most people that come into crypto, for the first time, they buy Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, and then some meme coins or something, right? It's one or the other. They don't get into some of these top L1s like Solana unless they're just buying like, I don't know, 5% of each. So if you're buying Solana and you have 30 Solana, well, you probably know something about Solana. It's not like you even need 30 Solana to use their chain or anything like that. So it's an actual investment. It's not just utility at that point. You also have some cash. So if you have 30 Solana, that's almost $5,000. Most people in the US or across the world don't have $5,000 in investment or in liquidity to put into a risky asset. Most people just don't have that kind of capital. Most people don't have that kind of know-how. Most people can't deal with that kind of emotion. But if you have $5,000 in this, you probably have some money elsewhere, which is a good sign. And you probably have access to get more money into crypto in the first place. But the other thing is, you're sitting in this before the all-time highs, which means you might even have bigger gains than just buying at 149. You might have bought at 30 or 40, which means you're sitting in the profit. You can rest a little bit easier. Now, this could be explosive. During this next bull run, this Solana in general could easily go up 5x, maybe 10x. Now, let's just say it's kind of in between those. And I'm not saying that's going to. I'm just saying it's very possible, right? If we see Bitcoin 3x from here, which is kind of on the lower side of a lot of expectations, a 3x from here would be less than the last cycle did. And this is with a bunch of institutional money, a bunch of nation states, supply constraint, all that kind of stuff. So it could go less than it has in the past and still go up to $200,000, right? Where does Solana go if Bitcoin 3x's? I think it's pretty normal to think, or it's not crazy, bombastic to think it could 6x, maybe 7x. That's just double what Bitcoin's doing. And it's so small still. Like when you compare it to Ethereum, it is 1/7 the price. 473 billion divided by 66 billion. It's 1/7 the price. And if you take that price that we're at now, $148 times the 7.16, so let's just say it gets up to Ethereum's market cap now, that's over $1,000 per Solana. Now, you're not going to time the top perfectly, but let's say you sell just ahead of $1,000, right? If you have 30 Solana and you sell it at $1,000, let's say you get off crypto completely and you just go to S&P 500. You're doing something boring. You're not picking out the best stocks. You're not investing into real estate. You're not getting back into crypto during the bear market, but you just take this. And for the next 35 years, let's say you're 25, right? You want to retire at 30? You'd have $843,000 based on 10% compounded annual growth rate. Almost $1 million from this amount of Solana 5K that you bought this year or right now. Maybe you bought a little while ago and it was like 2K or something. And then eventually 35 years down the line, you have almost $1 million. So this can grow, like this $30,000 can grow. And I think we need to remember that. Like we don't have to necessarily diamond hands, whatever we're buying. We can take profits and put it towards something a little bit less risky during the bear market, or just hold off and then get ready for the next bull market, invest in the bear. So yeah, you can still buy, get a good return, and then get out before the peak. Like no one's going to get out at the exact peak. So that's why I say that. Like you can take profits along the way and still make a substantial amount of money. Now, are you going to retire on this 30 Solana tomorrow or next year? Probably not. While we do see like BlackRock filing stuff with the SEC to put Bitcoin ETFs in their global allocation funds and their other ETFs, we don't necessarily see that with altcoins yet. So it's not like we're going to necessarily have institutional money that's just going to flow into Solana forever. That's a possibility. But at this point, I think we have to think about it as this is going to go up a lot during the bull run and then fall. It's probably going to fall pretty nasty because people will get so greedy that this spikes to the moon. Now, again, you're probably not going to retire off 30 Solana in the next year. There's always a chance that maybe it has some mega squeeze. You know, maybe ETH goes up to 2 trillion and then Solana's a fourth that or half that, and it goes up substantially from here, like 15x. But even then, your $5,000 is going to be $75,000. So it's not like you're probably going to retire from it. Now, if you do have Solana, though, you might know about the Solana ecosystem. You might be investing in meme coins. Maybe you hit it big there. That is not necessarily my goal. I do that a little bit, but that is more of a casino for me. Investing in Solana is more like, okay, I expect a 3 to 10x, somewhere in there, and that's really good money. I'm not going to get too greedy. If you get too greedy during the next bull market, you will lose. But starting with 30 Solana is a big deal. It is a big deal because you are way ahead of most people. Now in crypto, you're going to see 1,000 people that are in better situations than you, making more money than you, have 100 times what you've invested in the market. That's just normal. That's something that you're going to have to deal with. Don't try to compare yourself because there's always someone with a lot more money. But starting with 30 Solana, you're going to be one of those people. You're going to be one of those people that other people look at and think, damn, if I'd only bought Solana, I could be up 30 grand. That's life-changing money for me, that kind of thing. And Solana is, like I said, it's still got lots of utility. It's fast. It's cheap. A lot of people using it. This could be, along with probably AVAX, and maybe there's some new layer 1 too. These are going to be the chains that are used for gaming, AI, that kind of stuff. So this is important. This is a video that you want to share around. If you know people that like crypto, share this to them. This is something maybe you want to bookmark for the bull run. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do more of these. Just kind of like a talking head video about Solana, about crypto, and not taking ourselves too seriously, right? We're investing in things that are just doing stupid returns. We're going to be in for some pain. Let's just be ready for that. If you do want to bet long or short on Solana, so if you think it's going to go up substantially or down substantially and you want to leverage your crypto, you can use Margex. It's not right for everyone, but it can be used to help amplify your returns. Hit subscribe to see future videos like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.